Probably the single most significant item that I've responded to in my entire military career in terms of quantity are non-judicial punishment or Article 15s. When I was on active duty, soldier after soldier after soldier would come into my office with an Article 15 needing advice. What is an Article 15?
An Article 15 is a form of punishment that's proposed by a commander who has authority to issue that type of punishment under the Article 15 UCMJ itself.
All right, and so an Article 15, they can find you guilty at Article 15 and impose punishment. And those punishments are limited by the type of Article 15 it is, whether it's a company grade Article 15 issued by your company commander or a field grade Article 15 issued by a field grade officer. Of course, there's more severe punishment with a field grade Article 15. When a soldier comes to us with an Article 15 and wants assistance in responding, what should they expect from the Law Office of William Helixon?
What they can expect from the Law Office of William Helixon is that we will take the underlying investigation and we will investigate it ourselves. Usually what comes with an Article 15 is some sort of type of investigation conducted in accordance with a particular type of regulation. Usually it might be an AR-15-6 investigation, or it may be a military police investigation that we will take a look at from the very beginning. And we will investigate it ourselves to determine whether or not there are any cracks in that investigation that we can look to, I would say, exploit or use to our advantage to show that the party, the soldier who is coming in to seek counsel from us is innocent of these crimes.
Does a soldier have to accept an Article 15?
No, a soldier can turn down Article 15 and demand trial by court-martial. However, that sort of decision should be spoken with by an experienced attorney such as ourselves, because the implications of turning down an Article 15 demanding trial by court-martial are much more severe.
Right, so the consequences of a court-martial are a federal conviction, potential jail time, loss of your career. An Article 15 is limited statutorily to extra duty, loss of rank, loss of some money. Some soldiers can recover from an Article 15, whereas it's very difficult to recover from a court-martial conviction. But if you believe you're absolutely innocent of charges, and this did not happen, what do you recommend to a soldier?
Depending on the case, if we have enough evidence to show that the soldier is completely innocent of the allegations themselves, then in certain situations we may demand a trial by court-martial, but that's a very careful decision to be made with an experienced attorney.
Right.
In other situations, we may go with the Article 15 and enter into what's called an Article 15 hearing with the commander who imposed the Article 15 itself.
Now, at that hearing, the commander, does he apply the same standard at a court-martial that you do at an Article 15 for burden of proof?
It used to be that the commander was required to apply the same standard of proof, which was beyond a reasonable doubt. Recent changes in the UCMJ, however, have now lowered that standard of proof to preponderance of evidence.
So that means that the commander only has to believe that more likely than not that the accused committed those offenses.
That's correct.
Well, when preparing a response to an Article 15, it's real important that you attack both the underlying offenses and the investigation, and provide extenuation and mitigation as to what the circumstances were surrounding your behavior at the time.
Right, at an Article 15 hearing, it is presented somewhat like a mini court-martial. You're allowed to bring witnesses, you're allowed to bring people to speak on your behalf, you're allowed to present your own evidence, and you're allowed to present your case and your side of the story at these hearings.
Well, I know, John, that we've represented soldiers at Article 15 hearings before. We were actually in the room when the officer was imposing the Article 15. So it's something that soldiers should consider if they're facing an Article 15. We are the Law Office of William Helixson. We are your warrior advocates. You defend the nation, we defend you.